Hello everybody, my name is Mind and welcome back to the Aeroteam YouTube channel, and today we're going to be taking a look around some of the progress that's been happening at our Nagasaki airport build project. Now if you're wondering, we're working on a 1.5:1 scale replica of Nagasaki airport in Minecraft. This is an airport that's in the Japanese city of Nagasaki. It's a pretty interesting airport, and in future videos I want to take you around it and sort of explain the reasoning why we're building it, how we're building it, etc. But for today, we're just going to be simply taking a look at what's been going on the build project. Now to get here, if you want to check this out for yourself, you can actually come online and do /ph Mindstorm09, which is my username, and throw in a 3 behind it, and you'll be teleported right over here. This is sort of a Japanese flag, or our best attempts at it, in a super small area. And then we've got some progress over here. Now if you're wondering how we're going about building this, everyone is being assigned a specific build. So here you have the ATC control tower, which was built by Claude and X. Here is an office building that was built by Miname. And basically, you're going to get assigned a portion to build, and you build it. You sort of have some of us Aeroteam members come along, give you some help, tips, and refine it a bit more. Then, as for the terminal, we split it up into loads of sections, and some people worked together, some did their own bits, and it's coming along very nicely. Anyway, with that out of the way, oh, and if you're wondering, you can come online and possibly help build this too. This is a public community project. The only requirements is you must have an engineer on the server, but not too hard to get if you're a great builder. Anyway, let's check out some of the stuff that's been going on around here. So as I mentioned earlier, this is an air traffic control tower. It's actually placed behind the terminal. Now none of the buildings are placed in their correct locations yet. The intention is we build it all on this plot, and then we're going to create a world with a bit of 3D data or satellite imagery, and then we'll paste it on correctly and then refine builds from there. So anyway, here is the air traffic control tower, which you might have seen a thumbnail for on a live stream if you tuned into that. Anyway, this thing is looking very nice indeed. You can come around. There's just some basic stuff along the sides, windows here. You have the main control tower up top. The shaping of it was very hard. No interior yet, sadly. We don't have any references for that interior, but it is being worked on. You have the 2 decks for a control tower, one right there and one right there. And then around it, it's mostly offices on the sides, along with some, I believe it's forms of radar or other forms of communication with aircraft. It's also pretty cool. If you go onto Google Earth itself and take a look on it in Street View, it looks like a rather nice building. Next up, this is by Miname, and this is a sort of airport operations building. Pretty simple. It's just, I believe it's just for storage. No interior yet. Hopefully it will be coming eventually. And then another build by him. We've got an office building right here. Pretty simple. It sort of reminded me of an airport fire, except for the fact that there is already an airport firehouse on the other side of the airfield. I believe this is just for, these are just doors for storage and other such things. Anyway, you have the front around here, and it's pretty simple. Now, let's take a look at the main thing, which is the terminal. Now this thing has been built by quite a few people, and it has been worked on. Well, initially we started this project around November time, however, we really put it on hold, and so it's not been worked on until now, and that was the intent all along, was to work on it over the summer. Anyway, it looks very nice from over here, and when this video goes live, you should actually be able to come online and check us working on it, because we do building sessions every Wednesday, so we should be working on this bit when this video goes live. Anyway, you have a bit of an overhang here, and what we were going to assume is where airport operations come under and offload baggage carts, etc. And so that overhangs here. Windows run the entire length of this building. It's not like a super modern looking airport. However, it is actually fairly new. I believe 1975 around is when it was built, so it's not super old. But it does have windows that line the entire way, and you can see that here. We split this up into 6 sections, although the 6th at the end, it's actually the first section we've not worked on yet. So you have section 1 right there, then this little building here is that's section 2, section 3 right here. 4 is all the way down here. 5 runs through this little box, and then 6 is at the end. And we've had loads of different members come online and help, and hopefully we'll be having some more, because this thing really does have a lot of potential, just as long as everyone contributes, and I hope that they will do, because imagine the renders of this. It'll be incredible. Anyway, let's check out some of the cool features of this build that we've got so far, which is the main observation deck. Now, Nagasaki and especially Japanese airports are famous for their observation decks. They're at, I believe, almost every single airport in Japan, or major airport in Japan, and Nagasaki is unique among them in my opinion, just because of how close you can get to the aircraft. The observation deck spans almost, I'd say, half the length or more of the terminal. So it starts from all the way right there and ends over here. I believe there's a bit more in terms of the windows there. Not too sure about that. We're gonna have to check that at a later point in time. But it's really cool. You can come in here and explore aircraft. Hopefully in the future you'll be able to see it like this in Minecraft. Anyway, you can come around like such, and there is a playground right here. Little overhang right there, and one of my favorite features is up there. It says Nagasaki in English, and then, or Roman letters, I guess that's what they're called, but it's got that up there. And then on the other side it actually has the airport in Japanese, which is awesome. I really like to see that. Anyway, back over here, you can come around. I believe this is an information board. You've got some potted plants, some more seating. There is a bell right here that I believe you can ring. Around here, this is really cool. You can come up and use a sort of a telescope to look out onto the aircraft that you'll be seeing coming in the future. Anyway, continuing along, the gate sort of goes up a little bit there, and then you can walk across this down here, and there's more room to look at the aircraft. Now, if you're a plane spotter, this place would be amazing to go plane spotting, purely because you can get so close to the aircraft, and the runway is extremely close to the apron and the terminal. Not to mention, Nagasaki does have quite a few very interesting aircraft coming around to it, and that's mostly because it's a Japanese airport, and in Japan, quite frequently, they will use heavy and wide-body aircraft to complete domestic flights, just because of the sheer number of people trying to get between cities. So it can lead to some very, very fun and entertaining aircraft. Anyway, continuing our tour around here, there is an awesome bell that Nagasaki has right there. I don't know if it's wrong, but it does look very cool, and the pictures of it are tremendous. Anyway, more potted plants around there. Believe there's a few vending machines and different items over here, and then more of the deck around there. There's sort of some overhead units for, I guess, ventilation, etc. That's going on here. Still being worked on, of course. This is nowhere near complete. This is only update 1, and I sort of want to bring these to you in between server showcases, not server showcases, but live streams. But anyway, this is basically it. You've got a building right here, not a building, sorry, a little few windows out here, and I believe you can access the actual observation deck from here. And then, still working on it, but there is more to come. Here you also have the main pickup and drop-off zone for the airport, and then you also have some text on the side. But otherwise, that's pretty much it. Oh, we do actually have one more thing that I should show off. This is a office building, or sort of an office building. Don't exactly know perfectly what it is, but I'm assuming it's to do with airport operations. And it does have, of course, some offices on the side. This was built by Minime, and he did an awesome job on it. It does look very, very, very nice. Anyway, as I was saying earlier, that's about it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you found it interesting checking this out. I'm gonna bring this to you maybe every 3 to 4 weeks, and in between we're going to be doing live streams of us building this. And other than that, I also want to take you on a series that dives into how we're building this and how building works. Anyway, my name is Mind. I'd like to thank you once again for watching. Take care. Bye bye.